And we welcome you back to Budds Creek Nationals, presented by Yamaha, Budds Creek, Maryland. Todd Harris along with Cameron Steele on a picture-perfect day. Grab yourself some crab cakes and take a look at James Stewart's riding abilities. The skies are blue, the temperatures are just right, and with that, let's send it down to Jamie Little.
If James Stewart wins this moto, it'll be 27 outdoor national wins. He has in 27 starts. Now, Ricky Carmichael holds the all-time record for 27 wins. It's weird to think, but just as fast as Ricky Carmichael's breaking the records, James Stewart's on his tail breaking those records.
Well, those are motos he's picking up, Cameron, which is still very impressive.
Well, for sure. And let's not forget, they're going into a right-hand corner, which means they're going to be taking their brake foot off the bike as they charge into it.
Moto number 2 from Budds Creek as they come in right turn, causing problems for some of the riders. It looks like Stefan Roncada, one of those riders that is in that pileup. There he is. Number 21, Nathan Ramsey's also in there, so a very costly air. Smith also involved in that, and unfortunately, look at this, Ivan Tedesco out in front.
Well, Tedesco, we just caught up with him a little bit, and wow. Sellers giving a little push there. Hey, that's motocross. You gotta, he didn't hit the rider, but he took the line and swept him outside.
Young Brock Kepler.
That's right.
The youngster learning quickly. So out in front, Ivan Tedesco. We just caught up with him moments ago, and this is the Ivan Tedesco we saw in the Supercross. Let's go back and look at this one more time, Cameron. Do you think it's the right-hand turn?
Looks like Ramsey just gets in there, and he slowed down enough, but it looks like he almost accelerated and turned the bike around, got sideways, and got hit. Brock Kepler getting by.
Number 60, Brock Kepler on board the Suzuki out in front. Tedesco trying to get it back, won't get it on that corner. So Hepler, who got a third in the first moto, looking for more.
And you got to remember, Ivan Tedesco is not a factor for the overall. He can win this moto. And Brock Hepler, great job holding it together, but he lost his line. But instead of getting squirrely and trying to grab that last berm or the last rut there, he just went ahead and went over, kept the bike on 2 wheels, loses 1 spot instead of maybe 4 or 5.
Which, you know, showing maturity beyond his years. Brock Hepler almost going over the bars there, but maintains. Bubba currently running in third, so right now it is Tedesco, Hepler, and Stewart, 1, 2, and 3. Brock Sellers trying to get in the fray and maybe track down that teenager that pushed him wide.
And on that off-camber downhill, he goes, Brock Sellers went really kind of inside. Kind of get confusing with 2 Brocks up there in the top 4, so.
The law firm of Brock and Brock currently running 2nd and 4th. Bubba Stewart made a changeover in gear, currently running in 3rd, and he said before, he wants to win by a minute. Is that even possible? What do you think? Well, nothing's possible. Anything's possible with this guy.
With Bubba, anything's possible. And, you know, right now running 3rd place, lifting the top of that landing, trying to get the bike back on the ground as soon as possible. That's another thing with the scrub. There you see him whipping it off Henry's Hill. And as we've seen in years past, you don't want to drive down too far. Bubba to the outside had the line maybe Brock wanted. Brock turns a little harder, washes out, spins it around, and Brock Hepler moving backwards just a bit as Bubba.
Well, I think Hepler, Cameron, correct me if I'm wrong, it looked like he was trying to match the speed of Bubba. He just didn't have the ability to get it out of that corner. He drops, loses only 4 positions.
And a battle royale going on right here. And, you know, watch James Stewart. Let's check out the lines. And you see how Tedesco went out to the outside. I mean, a good line as well. But Bubba scrubbing again. We talked about the Bubba scrub. And, you know, this is where the poster came from, if I'm not mistaken. And Bubba right to the inside. He didn't need to scrub speed there. He just went inside, held it, went by, and grabbed the tear off.
So James Stewart goes out in front. This looks similar to what we thought we'd see at the Dave Coombs Senior Memorial East-West Shootout in Las Vegas back on May 1st, with Tedesco and Stewart each winning respectively in the Supercross. Look at this one more time. Brock Hepler's on the inside. Here comes Bubba.
It looks like he just tried to grab the brake so he wouldn't go to that outside line where Bubba was. You know, Bubba occupied the line, and Sellers, you know, he doesn't want to come together. And, I mean, realistically, he might have been able to hold on and blast Bubba right out of that corner.
Ivan Tedesco's mechanic giving him the word, and Tedesco running strong out in front. Follow 259.
He's telling him,
easier said than done.
He's telling him he's got the 250F power. He's got the bigger motorcycle, so to speak. And, you know, Kepler is back up and going here. And Kelly Smith right in the mix. We haven't seen a lot from Kelly Smith, and who we were calling the whole shot master just a year ago. And been having a little bit of tough luck, but right now running up on his teammate.
Brock Sellers currently running in 3rd. Kelly Smith running in 4th. And here comes Brock Hepler now running in 5th. Brock Sellers, who we saw, got a great start at Moto number 1, was unable to maintain it when he went down in that right-hand turn, and here he is back in the fray again in 3rd place. But Hepler coming back. Kid has gone down once, almost went down at his first time when he almost went over the bars, Cameron. He's riding quite well. Kelly Smith, meanwhile, running in 4th.
And you know what? I was just taking a look at the track as we see Kelly on the gas. The crew here has done a great job. If you look at it, there's multiple places. You can go outside and inside on these different lines. That's where we saw Bubba get the pass just a bit ago for the lead. But there's not a ton of big ruts where it really eliminates the options of moving around. So, going for the double jump there, trying to stretch it out and maybe gain a little bit of time. Brock wants to get out there, and I believe Kelly Smith was 7th at Southwick.
You are correct, sir. So Brock Sellers holds down 3rd. Here comes Matt Walker, 122, on the gas again. We've got a great race. This is Moto number 2. Your winner of Moto number 1 was James Stewart. Brock Sellers, you're looking at right now, number 18 on board the Yamaha, currently sitting in 3rd. And here comes Brock Hepler, so the Brocks get together again.
And you mentioned Matt Walker. I don't see a black cloud following him, so maybe everything's going to be all right this time.
Matt Walker looking for a break. This is the battle for 3rd. It is Brock Sellers and Brock Hepler running 3 and 4. We'll be back to Budds Creek for more of Moto number 2. There's your running order. Stay with us. And welcome back to Budds Creek, Maryland. Stop number 4 of the AMA Chevrolet Motocross Championship. Todd Harris along with Cameron Steele. Look at Brock Sellers. The Boost Mobile Yamaha bike out in front of Brock Hepler, running that FMF pipe, looking very fast. And here comes your boy, Matt Walker, 122.
Riding for that pro circuit team, coming on to the inside and going right by. I wonder if Hepler has a problem there. And you got to remember, he was hurt at the last event. He didn't ride all week long. He actually took a foot peg to the ankle, if I'm not mistaken. Very sore. So Walker blasting by. We'll see if Walker can carry the speed and get by. Look at this, going to the inside. And this is a man possessed. At this point, he's not in this race for the championship anymore. Now he's out there. He's got to prove himself. He's got to earn a ride. And I know Matt Walker. He's a good guy. He wants to win races.
Matt Walker, 122 on board the Kawasaki, just goes right past Brock Sellers, who is riding so smoothly. So once again, the Brocks get together again. This time it's Hepler and Sellers, with Sellers holding down 4th place. Look at Hepler, though. I mean, the kid's 17 years of age. Ankle injury, he's made of rubber. Look at him bounce back, and he picks up a position.
And you see him, he's carrying more speed than Brock into that downside corner, but he's able to do it. Brock tucks to the inside and tries to hold it tight. I said Brock, but you know, they're both Brock, so.
You're talking about Sellers.
Yeah, Sellers. Hepler to the front and looking smooth. And the lines here, you know, one thing, it hasn't gotten really beat down rough going into the corners. Usually get really big braking bumps. You see the guys scrubbing for speed on the right side of that jump, too.
There is Brock Hepler, number 60, on board the Suzuki. There is Brock Sellers, number 18, on board the Yamaha. And the Kawasaki Pro Circuit boys are happy because their boy Matt Walker, 122, is running quite well. And as Cameron pointed out, no black clouds, no stray black cats. Let's check in with Jamie Little.
Trent, Matt Walker is definitely on a mission. What does he have to prove right now?
Well, out of the last 7 motos, we've only finished not very good, so we're just trying to get points now.
He's on a mission. He's shown he's got the speed.
Yeah, he's really going fast right now. I mean, he's been working hard. We've just been having bad luck.
So Trent Bragg and the Pro Circuit team continue. Look at that, no mistakes on the board, Cameron. Meanwhile, out in front, we forgot to mention James Stewart is your leader.
Yeah, speaking of on a mission, James Stewart looking like he's on his way. Look at this. Did you see the look back there? Was that Gosler looking back at Mike Brown? And Brownie's one guy who we really thought would be way up in the front of the pack, not having a good start, getting by Goose, but he's a factor for the overall finish, in second in the first moto.
Yeah, Mike Brown currently running in 9th place, just ahead of Gosler, and that's kind of a surprise. I think he kind of got held up on that melee in the first turn in Moto number 2 at the start when Nathan Ramsey went down. So Mike Brown trying to move up quickly to end up on the podium, Cameron. He's got to go up to about, what, 5th?
No, it's hard to tell with the maps. I mean, we'd have to take a look at it real close here. We'll try to do that now, but, you know, he's just got to continue to put his head down. And Josh Grant, the youngster, staying wide. And, you know, he's the birthday boy, so he's allowed to take Kelly Smith a little bit wide.
Josh Grant, number 386, can't see the number plate too well. He's got a face full of roost and a number plate that is covered, and I know the folks at Shift are very happy with this kid because he's been somewhat of a revelation. Didn't expect a whole lot out of him. He comes out in the first race and really shows him something.
He's been doing great, and when I talk to him in the pits, he's just cool, calm, collected. He doesn't look like a kid that's racing against some of his heroes.
Honda Factory Connection has Josh Grant, and they are happy about that. Kelly Smith currently running in 7th place, number 33 on board the Yamaha, and look at that.
Now it's Troy Adams that looks like trying to go to the inside, and he gets in there, and he's got the bike, gas a little bit too much, bike spins out from underneath him.
Meanwhile, James Stewart's last lap time, a 2:26.5, and Cameron, not to belate the point, but that's right in the Ricky Carmichael range on a 250.
Well, on a 450, actually,
well,
in the 250
in the
class.
250 class.
Yeah, James Stewart's so fast. I don't know if he's going to make his minute on the whole pack, but he's definitely proven a point. He's going to tie Ricky Carmichael's record for consecutive moto wins at 27, and I got to say, at the next event at Redbud, that record's probably going to fall.
Well, it's interesting because he's riding a 2-stroke in the 125 class. Ricky's running the 4-stroke, as you pointed out, the 450, and it kind of makes you shudder to think what this kid could do on the bigger bike.
Just shudder.
Just keep shuddering.
Yeah, it's just confusing just to watch him ride. I mean, so many great riders over the years. I mean, we're all motocross fans. We've seen all the greats, but James Stewart just befuddles you a little bit when you watch him ride. And Mike Brown definitely getting more aggressive, trying to look for lines around Kelly Smith. You saw him at the top there, looking to the inside now to see if he jumps a little bit farther, sets up on the outside, he's going to the inside, and that is a great move. He takes him wide. Remember, they are teammates.
Mike Brown moves up yet another position on what was a beautiful pass. As Cameron called it, he goes, I think he set Smith up thinking he was going to go wide with him, grabs the brakes, comes in and dives underneath, so Mike Brown moves up yet another position, now runs in 7th place. So the Mike Brown watch is on, and Brownie, who finished 2nd overall in the first moto, looking for more as we go back to James Stewart, going for 27 consecutive moto wins. So James Stewart continues to lead. When we come back, we'll have the conclusion from Budds Creek. This is the Budds Creek Nationals, part of the AMA Chevrolet Motocross Series. There is your running order. The 2004 AMA Chevrolet Motocross Championships have been brought to you by Suzuki, maker of performance-driven motorcycles, scooters, and all-terrain vehicles. By Honda, the company that defines performance in motorcycles, ATVs, personal watercraft, and scooters. By Chevrolet, 10 new cars and trucks in 20 months. The new Chevrolets, an American revolution. And by Cycle World Magazine, the most widely read and trusted source for motorcycling information. And we are back to Budds Creek, Maryland. This is stop number 4 of the AMA Chevrolet Motocross Series. Ivan Tedesco currently running in 2nd place with James Stewart out in front. Now this bodes well for Mike Brown because Tedesco was a DNF. Let's check in with Jamie Little.
Got to get him going, you know.
Lee Brock made a couple mistakes there in the beginning, but he seems to be holding his composure together pretty well this week.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good. He had a couple bobbles, but the main thing was Bubba knocked him down in the first lap, so he dropped about 5 spots, so he's been fighting ever since. But he's coming along all right.
He's feeling good?
Yeah.
Well, Lee McCollum happy with his rider. Brock Hepler doing quite well. We talked about it. He was injured all week, didn't ride much, but he's only 17 years of age, and he is showing some serious resilience today.
Telling him, let's go, 3rd place. Catch Ivan is the message, I think, and this kid Josh Grant is just phenomenal, you know, with his speed, and it looks like he's looking for a line on Brock Sellards over Henry Hill there, and
Sellards getting a little wild there. We got a rider down. It's Mike Brown.
I saw some mud flying there, and Brownie might have just got crossed up going off the top of it. Tough place to crash. I mean, you're carrying a lot of speed. That's a big downhill, and he ended up farther down from the motorcycle, which would lead me to believe he high-sided it.
Yeah. Brock Sellards, number 18, having a battle with Josh Grant on board the Honda.
And Josh Grant is definitely a factor. You know, top 10 in Moto number 1 getting by Brock there. But look at Brock go to the inside. Remember, that's really off camber. Hard to tell from that angle. It really slopes down. But Josh Grant can be putting himself in the 3rd place ride right now.
So Josh Grant moves into 5th. Brock Sellards now sits in 6th. And let's go back and see if we can see on the right side of your screen, Mike Brown now just coming over.
It looks like what happened was that Josh kind of turned to the side, and Brownie decided to turn it a little bit harder going off the face. And, oh, yeah, it gets just crossed up and kind of like slaps it down. Back wheel first real hard, and then slaps the front, blows himself over the motorcycle, and does a little white tire tackle.
Well, it'll be interesting as Bubba continues to scrub. Mike Brown's chances for a podium are rapidly slipping away. Now, there's guys in front who did not factor into the overall, but I tell you, Brownie's right there.
Yeah, they won't. We were talking about definitely Walker and Tedesco, who didn't have good first motos. So Brownie still could be in this. Depends on where he and Grant are going to finish. That's your 3rd place overall. But 1st place overall, no doubt.
This is the last lap for 2:59. That is James Stewart Jr. out of Haines City, Florida, on board the Kawasaki. And it sounds from all, if the rumors are true, as the arm pump comes out, as he picks up the victory, that he will be staying with Kawasaki next year as he moves up to the 250 class. So your winner and overall victor, number 259, James Bubba Stewart. Here comes the rest of the pack. Ivan Tedesco will claim 2nd place, so a great rebound for him, Cameron, coming off that DNF in the first moto.
You just got to have, you know, keep them together. And, you know, obviously that first moto real heartbreaking, and we're looking for good things from Ivan, and just a great guy, and sure things will get better for him.
So Tedesco picks up the victories. We take a look at our Suzuki finish results. It's Stewart, Tedesco, Hepler, Walker, Grant, and Sellards, and Brown sliding all the way back to 12th place. We'll have to see what that does to his overall opportunities as the rest of the crew comes in. Right now, let's send it down to Jamie Little.
Well, James Stewart accomplished 3 goals today. He went 1-1. You won your 27th moto, and you won by more than a minute. I know all these things are going through your mind today. What's the sweetest?
Probably this one. I've been going for a minute for a long time. 109. You know, that was the final time, and you know, I had a good pass from Brock and Tedesco. You know, and oh my God, you know, I feel awesome. I'm so pumped right now.
James, I know it's one record after another. Ricky makes a record, he breaks it. You come back and break his. Today, you just tied his record for 27 moto wins. Does that mean much to you?
Oh, yeah, it means a lot to me. You know, I've been going for this record for a while, and I still got one more 125 record of his. I'm going to try to get that, and, you know, I'm so excited right now. I'm so pumped.
Well, the 109 is absolutely amazing. As we take a look at the Suzuki overall, it's Stewart, Hepler, and Brown on the podium. An impressive day for Mike Brown, James Stewart, and Brock Hepler. Let's go back to Jamie.
And Brock Hepler takes 2nd overall. Brock, what a moto for you. I know it started out good, but there were a couple little bobbles. I saw you and James got together there. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, I got off to a great start. My Suzuki was pulling good with the Dunlop tires, and I almost had the lead there, but made a mistake. And then me and James almost came together hard, but I just tipped over a little bit and came back and to grab 2nd overall.
Well, congratulations to our winners after 4 races. It is James Stewart with a commanding lead of 200 points.